Speaking of Super Bowl losers, I'm gonna go to the Philadelphia Eagles, who the surveillance, the diamond test is going off over there in North Philly. The diamond tester is going off. I think all of us have said this, and I wish Courtney was here so she could rant on them too. They have not played a full game of football all season. They have the record they have because they have stayed around, and that's not like a bad. That's not a bad trait to have for experienced teams. You like this the stay around factor, let you mess up, and we'll take advantage of that. They haven't played a complete game. Have not played a complete game all year. Last night they ran up into Dallas, got beat down 33-13. I've been saying it. I said when we did our sneaky teams 2 weeks ago. Once Jimmy Johnson got announced he was going to the Cowboys Ring of Honor, the curse has been lifted. I cannot believe I am buying Cowboys stock. Now, this might come back to bite me in about a month because this is the Dallas Cowboys, but the way they're playing has been incredible. But we'll get into them later. But the Eagles, man, the Eagles went from the number 1 seed. They have dropped all the way to 5. Now, granted, they still have a better record than two of the teams in front of them, 2 of the 4 teams in front of them. But we all know division rules. The Lions are division leader, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are division leader at 6-7, which is nasty. But you know how mad I would be if I was 10-3 and I got to open up on the road. You know what I'm saying? Because of a division winner in front of me, but whatever. So my question to everybody here, because people are gonna call me a hater if I say it, I'm not gonna say they're frauds, but they're looking very funny in the light, and I really want to know how they're gonna finish the rest of the season. I'm pulling up the Eagles schedule right here. So for the rest of the year, they've got Seahawks on Monday Night Football, which is the flex Monday Night Football. First have Monday Night Football game to be flexed in. That's how bad the Patriots are. That they turned down a Patrick Mahomes game to get them up out of that Monday Night Football slots. They're going to be in Seattle, where the Seattle Seahawks are fighting for a playoff spot. Then they're back home against the Giants, even though the Giants are mid. I'm actually not mid, they're trash. This is the NFC East. Anything can happen. They're at home against the Cardinals, then on the road against the Giants. Anything can happen these last couple games. And they're technically like tied with the Cowboys, but the Cowboys had the tiebreaker. Yeah, man. If you're the Eagles, you need to really we're gonna see what kind of team what this team is made out of, because the secondary has been getting burned. I'm tired of Darius Slay going on Twitter and pulling up the plays that he's accountable for. Well, this nigga ain't burned me. This nigga ain't burned me. Look at this. Nobody got time for all that. And a lot of stuff that they did great last year, they're not doing great anymore. Bang, what's your thoughts on the Eagles? We had our NFC East. I'm not NFC number 1 seed conversation last week. What did you see from last night? And does anything worry you?
Nah, don't nothing worry me, man. I think it's just a team that's just going through it when it comes to some of the better teams in the league. Like they kind of been struggling a little bit all year in some type of capacity. But the one thing about the Eagles is they turn it on at the right time. So I'm not necessarily worried. You know what I'm saying? They played a lot of games in the last couple of weeks. Um, Dallas don't lose at home. And then these last couple of weeks is like should be light work for them. So I'm not worried about the Eagles. Eagles tend to get hot at the right time. They got right at the right. They got hot at the right time when they went to the Super Bowl and won it. You know what I'm saying, with Nick Foles and all that stuff. And they got hot at the right time last year. So something to look out for, going into the next couple of games. Because again, the rest of their schedule is light work.
Dante, what you think about the Eagles?
Yeah, bro. No reason to be deeply concerned about a 10-3 team. Like they need to just start to get the offense together as they head toward the playoffs, and I think they can do that. But like you said, these last couple games, they have not looked like the team that went to the Super Bowl last year. And I think it starts with Jalen Hurts. That's another guy who, I don't want to say he dodges criticism.
He gets away with murder because he has shout my man on Twitter, K Toon. He said he gets away with murder because he got Coach Carter quotes.
Nah, I think that it's the fact that they win ugly, and because he, pretty much embodies that Philly mentality. So a lot of times people don't care. Like he has a lot of Justin Fields ass stat line, and nobody says anything because they win those games. And so I think at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not concerned. I'm not overly concerned with him at all.
Pap, do you have any take on this, or you want me to move on?
I mean, they should. I mean, look at the schedule. They should win the rest of their games. When it comes to Jalen Hurts, number one, I think he's literally hurt. Like when I watch him, he been
Yeah,
limping
he
for
is.
about like 5
Yeah.
weeks, bro. He
Yeah.
been like every time I seen the man running, he been limping for about like 5
left
weeks.
knee.
So, yeah, so I don't necessarily think he's feeling the best. I don't think he's 100%. They do win very ugly. Like every game I see, it ain't never like they get out there dominating. They win the games, but they ain't never
Yeah.
like they get out there dominating. But you don't have to. You know, I mean, the most important thing is that you win the games. They're still 10-3. When I look at their schedule, like, I mean, I think the Seahawks game will probably be a solid game. That might be another ugly win, but they'll probably pull that one out. But the Giants twice, and who else you say? They said the Giants twice, and who else?
And the Cardinals.
Like, you should win at.
Cardinals are bad too.
Yeah, like you should win out. You should end the season. What would that be? 14-4.
Yeah.
Would it be 14-4? Yeah, you should end the season 14-4. And I mean, you get to the playoffs, you get a second life, you take it from there. But yeah, I don't think it's any like serious cause for concern for the Eagles, except for the fact that Jalen Hurts does not look healthy. That man gonna need surgery this offseason.
Yeah, I'm gonna close up with this. Jalen does not look healthy. And yeah, I'm not worried about him, but I do feel like this is something where they can make it life harder for them. I don't care how good of a team you are, you don't want to play road playoff games. So, and this is a new test for them. But also it's the NFC. So it's not like there's gonna be any teams that's intimidating. Even though they lost to the Cowboys, they meet them in the playoffs, they can definitely beat them. So I'm not nervous, or I wouldn't be worried. I'm not gonna call them frauds or anything like that, but it's definitely something to keep your eye on, man.
And paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna